to do it on.
Yes, sir. We're about to roll it off here. We are playing Strongholds at Recharge as we start this off from the perspective of Hot Soup. See a BR exchange down bottom mid. He ends up taking the fall early on, 2 down. And the initial exchanges here from the side of Old Guys as the BA hold is now made. Loud Whine for the first time is in a position of scoring.
Hey, Loud Whine getting some points on the board here to kick things off. You know, got to get it done. And both these squads just kicking things off here, trying to get as much map pressure as possible. It's House. He's going to be behind a few players of Old Guys right now as his teammates are falling pretty much everywhere on the map. But House, I mean, he's just hunting people down. He does not care right now. You know, a little bit of a 1v1. He's going to back off, though, you know. Smart decision. He realizes he needs to play his life. He's going to get out. And, I mean, he does a phenomenal job getting out. He's still got guys all around him. He's immediately getting back in the business. Going to get taken down eventually there. And both these teams still fighting it out. But Loud Whine, I mean, these guys are getting all the points right now.
Yes, they are. And you see Brass here as he's starting this site, getting a double kill. You know, those are the types of plays that you make in order to assure your team's able to get time. And early on with this initial lead of over 30 points, we see the exact opposite now take place. Old Guys flip the exact opposite has taken place. A and B, C all have flipped. And now Old Guys is in a position of scoring with an AB hold. And, you know, AB on this map is just so strong because of the huge dividing wall between A in the middle of the map that goes between A and the Whirlpool Room. It just enables you to control in the, I would say, a more easy setup. And, you know, we're seeing Old Guys do exactly that. They're now answering this, coming back and tying this lead almost.
I mean, Old Guy's doing a fantastic job, like you mentioned, in tying this thing back up. I mean, look at Loud Whine. They constantly are trying to get these pushes over towards B and A. They're constantly getting shut down. Right now, Old Guys is doing a really good job making sure they're locking down their spawns, just keeping everything buffered out just enough. And look at this. We see the active camo popping up. You see a guy like Collapse. He's just trying to watch over it. He's not trying to get it pushed out too crazily. But look at his teammates. They're going to get ready to go. There's going to be a big contest for this. Looks like minimum 3 players from Loud Whine going for it. But Old Guys doing a good job locking it down. But guess what? It's House. He just sneaks away with it. Who cares, right? He's going to end up popping it. Almost dies, but, you know, he's got it, and that's what matters.
Yes, sir. He's able to get away with it. Moving into the control room, we're going to see him come up underneath the A. His teammates directly above him, Brass Machine, just died. We're going to see a nade bounce. He's going to go for this, breaks the invis. He ends up trading 4 down all at once now here on Loud Whine. And we're going to see Old Guys up by almost 50 points now as their streak of 85 points continues.
Hey, that's a nice little streak to have here. Let's be perfectly honest. That's exactly what we want to see in a game mode and map like this. And now Loud Whine still trying to fight their way out of that C trap. I mean, Old Guys has had them in it for so long. They're trying to make a quick push over towards A right now. They've got 2 guys pushing up top. Shweek's trying to cut this one off. He's just getting some damage off. Has a little bit of help from teammates. Going to see a little bit of trades going down on the map. And look at he's just able to get behind 2 players. He kills one. His teammate comes up to help him out. Both of them going to be a little bit weak. And now Loud Whine is going to capture A for the moment being, but I mean, it should immediately get recaptured. I was thinking maybe Loud Whine would be able to use that as a little bit of a distraction to move through B, but Old Guys just does a good job stopping those pushes.
Man, and I think the huge delineation that we're seeing between these teams right now, which is really rearing its ugly head when it comes to the bottom line of the outcome of this current game, is the difference between how many assists these teams have. We're only seeing 4 assists on the side of Loud Whine, but there's just so many more on the side of Loud Guys. We're also seeing a huge deficit with kills. Old Guys is currently out slaying, which is paving the road, but they're also there with one another when they're getting these executions, and by doing that, it makes their presence really domineering. They're just able to come through and sweep, maintain control, and what we see in exchange here. Brass Machine has invis and still didn't come out on top when it comes to that engagement. Oh, actually, yes, does look like Loud Whine was able to get control of B and is now in a position of scoring.
Hey, here we go. Loud Whine back in the driver's seat at the moment. They've got that CB hold, not the most comfortable one to be in, and already you see a team like Old Guys pushing that C in already, trying to get some time to put Brass Machine. He's going to try to answer that right now. He's going to pick up one of those players, but he's immediately going to get taken down from behind. And now it's going to be a little bit of a trade on the map as far as kills is concerned. Loud Whine had a little bit of a disadvantage spawning up towards that back gold area, but now Old Guys, it looks like this is kind of what they want to have. They got that CA hold. They're going to be running back and forth, but Loud Whine trapped over towards that B area right now, down by batteries. One's in long haul. Actually, they're both, there's two players up the top gold, and look at them just get shredded by this old guy's team right now. Gonna be able to answer back with a kill right there. The real, wow, I mean, if you're Loud Whine, that's gonna be collapsed. So just trying to hold things down over by A, and now Loud Whine making their way in through A, gonna be able to capture that, and now looks like Old Guys is gonna be the team that will be trapped over towards C.
Stronghold captured.
Look at this. Loud Whine got their AB hold back. I mean, if they're able to maintain this for the next 50 or 60 seconds, they'll be back in the lead. They'll be back in that position where you have that feeling of momentum behind you that pushes you forward and is able to, this thing, the exact thing that how Old Guys was able to go almost 150 points in the streak. It's just that momentum in Halo that is so crucial to be cognizant of as a team. But right now, approaching, being able to tie this lead back off, Loud Whine still in a position of scoring down by 30 points currently, as Old Guys is in the lead here in this Strongholds game at Recharge.
I mean, Old Guys maintaining the lead for now. Loud Whine trying to make sure they get that one cut into, but Old Guys going to start capturing that B point, picking up a couple kills on the map at the same time. It's going to be 2 down for Loud Whine. 10 seconds till those boys are back. And there's going to be some gunfights going on towards B. Loud Whine almost like gets a chance at recapping that one right away. Master Cap going to be on him, but he's going to get shot in the back by our boy Collapse, who's just been running around the map like crazy lately. The guy's got 8 assists. He's just doing it all for the squad right now. And right, I mean, hey, he's gonna grab that shock rifle while he's at it. Why not? And his team is back in that, like that point of just getting a ton of points. Right, they're at that 160 point mark right now. Loud Whine at 119, off to a little bit of a nice lead. But hey, in Halo, no amount of buffer is enough of a buffer. You got to win the game, or it doesn't matter.
Amen to that. You got to follow through and see it to the end. Every you might succeed in a battle, but that success is definitely not final until you complete the task at hand. We're going to see both of these teams still kind of go neck and neck, two down on both sides. Looks like Old Guy is able to take the upper hand there as Brass Machine goes down with a slow motion death. And now Loud Whine still in a position of scoring, though, as it looks like the A site is currently being occupied by Shweeks, and he's going to try to get this site controlled. He's able to get that, and now Old Guys has broke the lead here, and they're back in a position of scoring, still up by over 50 points. And now 3 down on the side of Loud Whine. This doesn't bode well here, folks, as we're going to see a really strong domineering presence toward what could be the later part of this game.
Yeah, I mean, look at this right now from Old Guys. They shut down 3 Loud Whine players real quick there, and Collapse up to 14 assists. Now all of his teammates going to be at that 6 mark. I mean, going back to what you said earlier, I mean, just look at the assist difference between these two teams. The way Old Guys is just always, it feels like playing together and helping each other out. But now Loud Whine trying to answer back, trying to get some points like going again. They've got the A point captured. They just captured B as well. They've got a bunch of Old Guys players dead, and they're going to be off a respawn. They're going to be a little bit discombobulated off of that respawn. They're going to have to try to figure out how to help their teammates out. But right away, they're going to be answering to try to help each other out. Loud Whine doing a good job now, fighting together, getting something going. And Master Cap, he's even going to have the active camo, but he almost gets taken down by our boy Collapse, but does end up getting the kill. He's just going to try to wreak a little bit of havoc over here towards C. He's going to start that off by just trying to get some of these guys spawning up, just make sure they're always on their back foot. And look at these gunfights just going on everywhere on the map right now. Loud Whine seems like their strategy is a little bit more of like, let's just try to buffer things out and hit things out as a 4-man.
Beautiful BR there from Master Cap. He's just positioning himself in a way where he could support his team. Loud Whine approaching the 150 point mark. They really, at this point, with only 22 points before Old Guys can confirm this victory, it's really now down to Loud Whine to just mitigate them from taking control. Because slipping it through the cracks once is going to result in them being able to maintain that control for 22 seconds. This could be it, folks. We could be in the final 20 seconds of this game, as now Old Guys has taken control of the map.
Yeah, I mean, Old Guys doing their best to hold down that control as well. But that B point going to be getting captured as we speak. Clap's trying to answer. He's trying to get some kills on the map here to help his teammates out as they do a good job helping him over towards that bottom B area. They've got that A-B hold on lock right now. 10 more seconds and they'll have that victory on the map. But you see Loud Whine making a desperate push, it looks like, towards the B point. Clap's going to jump down on a couple of them right now. He picks up one. He's just going to try to stay alive at the moment. Is going to get taken down. That's going to give Loud Whine a chance to get on B, but not in time as the guys over here on Old Guys, they clean up those kills, they clean up the time, and they win this one.
in the bag for old guys as we
More
progress.
BRs you can have on someone, the better. I mean, look at perfect example right off the bat here. We got 4 people shooting at 4 people, right? I mean, the breakaway is going to happen on the Slayer right now on Aquarius. And right off the bat, these teams are getting pretty aggressive. Old guys trying to make sure they get things going in the middle of the map. First kill going towards old guys, but Loud Whine immediately answering back. But things are getting a little chaotic in the middle of the map as Loud Whine getting himself off to a nice early lead. But hey, it's the beginning of Aquarius Slayer. We got no idea what's going to happen yet.
All right, you see Claps narrowly escaping here with his life as he's able to come up and flank all the way around. He's actually joining his teammate right now. As we notice, try to be cognizant of how these old guys are working together. As you see that nade come up, Claps kind of pushing in right as his teammate's nade blew up. He's making the flank down and around. Both of these teammates are still alive. They're right within, close proximity to one another. They're just working really well together. It's like almost passive communication that we're seeing here with old guys. But we're still tied 5-5. Loud Whine's able to stay in this. Brass Machine and Master Cat both with 2 kills on the board. And we see Kenny Westside also participating by bringing some assists to the table. And as we progress here with 1.5 minutes almost in the bag, we're still tied out in this Slayer match at Aquarius, 5-5.
Nice our boy Mosh picking up 2. Make that 3. The guy gets the big triple kill right there. Those guys are looking nice right now. And that's going to be Loud Whine trying to answer back right there. But guess what? Our boy Mosh, he's picking up the 3-piece. That's going to give his team a nice little early lead. And also, it's probably going to freak Loud Whine out a little bit, right? Whenever you see a player get a 3-piece, it's a little bit sketchy. You start going like, hey, maybe we got to watch that guy.
Yeah, it's like when that happens, like, oh man, look at what he's capable of. And then it's like, that is a fierce warrior. And that alone can dissuade how you may approach a situation. It can influence your decision making. So yeah, 100%, the more formidable your adversary, the more careful you may be able to approach a situation where you're about to engage them. But we see old guys kind of coming out with a little bit of a lead here. Great nade there we saw from, I'm not sure whose perspective that was, but 12-8 is the score. The old guys still able to maintain a point lead of currently by 4.
Hey, shout out Chuix, by the way, not dying yet. The guy may not have any assists, but that's okay. No deaths as well. Just being a fierce competitor for the team, making sure he's not giving up his life at any given time. And old guy's now off to a strong commanding lead in this Slayer right now, up 17-9. That's a tough one to go down in, like one of these game modes, right? Only down by 8 kills now, but it's still quite the ladder to go up. And now we got a couple old guys players weak. Loud Whine trying to collapse some of these guys in that back generator. They end up picking up one. The other one is going to get away. And now Loud Whine kind of getting condensed in their back spawn. And here we go. That's going to be old guys making a move towards just trying to push them in, get some damage off on these guys, and try to get these kills nice and slow. But Kenny Westside not letting that one happen for free.
And you notice, kind of watch how Mosh moves here, because he's trying to position himself to where he can channel damage but not actually die. So he's trying to watch his potential entry points. He sees an enemy down here. He goes to make some shots on him. He's still going to position himself to where he can either get away or not be at a point of disadvantage. And he just survived that engagement. If he would have died, yes, Caster's Curse.
Hey, we got him. We got him. Hey, that's what we do best. Hey, now we got both these squads still fighting out that lead that was at 9 kills, now only down to 5. They're back up to 7 now. I mean, that was quick. A little Caster Curse on top of that as well. But hey, this Loud Whine team making sure they're putting up a fight any chance they have. Sometimes they get a little wild though. Sometimes they throw a life away or two, but that will happen. You got to assume they'll try to condense those lives in a little bit more and try to save those the best they can. But old guys doing a good job making sure they're tagging around together, right? They're always running in their duos, it feels like, or they're within close enough distance with each other where they can wait for a teammate to help them out.
They were able to come back there a few times and really, I mean, I think the deficit got down to 6 at one point. Now we're at 7. Still, we're down by a good number of points here as old guys. 3 down on the side of old guys. Look at that. And just in that moment's notice, we're now down by 4 as Loud Whine is showing that they're still in this. And look at the assist ratio, too, here. They're working together a lot better this game, at least coming to the mat with one another and channeling that damage just as we were talking about. And hopefully that is the recipe that'll help formulate Loud Whine into potentially, coming back and winning the second match here in this series.
Yeah, I mean, Loud Whine doing a much better job playing together, that's for sure. But it just feels like some of these old guys players getting a little bit aggressive and a little bit greedy on the map, but Loud Whine not at all. Look at all four players with their hunting down the one guy on their side of the map, and now they're going to get themselves in a 3v4 gunfight. A lot of grenades coming in right now. They've got a couple weak players, but they're still trying to make sure they push this out as a squad. Old guys doing the smart thing, not getting over aggressive on these players all in one spot and just chucking and hurling grenades over here. That's going to be 2 dead for Loud Whine. Make that a third right there. One player left. That's going to be Master Cap. And just look at the way Old Guys Chicago played that right there. They made sure they didn't push in too aggressively. They knew they were down in numbers, and they played it basically perfectly.
Would you look at that? Would you just look right at it? You just see Loud Whine continuing to step up, and then it's almost like a sine wave where it kind of goes and then it comes. And right now we're back down to a deficit of -7. They were up to within 3 just within the past minute. So the fluctuations have kind of come and go just like the tide, as Loud Whine is now still down almost 8 points. And Old Guys able to kind of pave their way, and really as we continue to move closer toward that 40-point mark for Old Guys, that's when the point of concern really becomes like, we can't be doing trades anymore. We have to be going positive with our engagements, because we're down to a very limited, finite number of tries.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting to that point now where you can't afford to be giving up too much like random things, right? You got to make sure everything's got to count. I mean, the boys over here on Old Guys are 14 kills away from winning this one. Loud Whine, they're going to be a little bit further away there at that 19, but now things are going to start popping off. Look at these guys get pushed into each other. Old Guys Chicago, I keep saying Chicago, what the heck? Old Guys going to pick up nice 2 kills right there. They're going to be up by 7 at the moment. And look at our boy right here, Mosh. He's just staying alive. He's just staying alive right now. He's got a couple guys in front of him, a couple guys. I was going to do it, but I didn't want to risk it. But, yeah, this game is going to be at an 8 difference right now. It's a pretty big differential in a Slayer match going towards the end. But Loud Whine, look at him start to collapse towards this middle of the map. And the guys on Old Guys here, they've got a couple dudes a little bit surrounded on that car side of the map right now. You're going to see one of them probably fall right here, but that's going to be Soup picking up one of those kills as well. And these guys, it just feels like Old Guys, they just get something out of nothing a lot.
Something out of nothing. I'm really still admirable of the total number of assists that we're seeing on the side of Loud Whine. That's just pretty decent for the average that we saw last game. If we were tracking like a trend where our analysis started last game, it would at least be an uptick, right? So I think that's noteworthy. 2 down now on the side of Loud Whine, up by a total of 10. We're in the final 4 minutes of the game, but I don't think it's going to take that long, as we see Old Guys within 6 points of confirming this victory. Some exchanges here between the utility rooms. Master Cap going to come out on top as Claps 117 goes down to slow motion death at 6 points before Old Guys is able to claim the second victory here in this mixed challenge, or this is a Challenger Premade here between Loud Whine and Old Guys.
Low-key, I'll take Claps 117 over John any day. That's my boy right there. I actually have no idea who he is, but I mean, I just like the way he fights with the squad. I'm here for it, but I mean, I just want to give a big shout out to some of these guys, the Old Guys, real quick. You got a guy like Soup and Mosh. These guys got 15 kills each. They got 7 assists each as well. They're just doing it all for the squad right now. We're going to see Mosh die right there. No big deal. It happens. Whatever. You're up by 10 kills right now in this Slayer, and they're still picking up some kills. Only 2 more, and the guys on Old Guys will take this victory, move on to that next map, getting themselves up to 2-0, but it's not over yet. The guys on Loud Whine trying to fight back. 1 more kill in favor of Old Guys, and this one's going to be over. But we see them. Looks like they want to get aggressive here, but they're just waiting for their guys to get in. Never mind. Shweek's the captain of the squad. He's like, let's get it going, boys. They're going to get that kill in the middle of the map. Call it a day, and that's going to be a 50-38 victory on the
loss for this evening's event.
I mean, right off the bat, Old Guy's going to get the first couple kills, and they're going to grab those rockets already ready to go. We're going to see our boy Soup. He takes one with him, but I mean, he eats himself off the map in the meantime. But Brass, he's going to go pick up those rockets. He says, thank you very much for delivering those. You are just like UPS, but better because it came unscratched. And now he's going to try to get another kill with that. He's going to end up picking up one. That rocket launcher right there, you get 1 kill on either team. That's a win right there, right? Sharing is caring.
100%. In fact, I would even merit that it would be a win if you don't get any kills at all, because then at least the enemy didn't get to use it. But here we see a confrontation here at the B staircase. 2 down on the side of both of these teams. We're going to see a confrontation here as the B site or the hallway here is the main hill at the initial part of this game, the confrontations have been pursuing with the desire of taking control of that hill. Both teams have only gotten a little bit of points at this current moment, a little bit of time toward the point at this current moment, as it seems as though Loud Whine is kind of trying to take a little bit of an early stand and you know, try to crank a lead toward getting their first point here in this King of the Hill game at Streets.
Yeah, definitely a fight going back and forth for this first objective. It looks like Old Guys trying to make a little bit of a comeback here on this first objective, trying to get things going. Going to be a fight back and forth, but Old Guys having it on lockdown at the moment. The progress is about the same for both squads, a little bit more in favor of Loud Whine, and these teams still fighting it out. And we see everyone's trying to get this one pushed in. Loud Whine getting these kills right now. That's going to be a nice double kill right there out of them. I say a double kill. I mean, it's just 2 kills, right? I got no idea what's going on right now, but that's
and it is back and forth. But, you know, neither of these teams have confirmed this first point yet. So we are still really close toward Old Guys potentially being able to come back 2 down right now in Loud Whine. Rockets are in the possession. We see a trade. Claps is moving up. He has no more rockets in his possession, but Old Guys is back, you know, in a position of control. And you know, they're getting time to go toward that first point. And it is all of the effort that Loud Whine spent trying to get this first point, is that going to go down the drain? Because that's exactly what happens when one team scores this. You know, they get that point and then it's restart. You know, the hill's going to move. They're going to begin to, oh wow, Loud Whine able to come through and get the first point. They're setting the tone. They're not wanting to go down. They're not wanting this to be how this night unfolds. They want to show that they're still in this series.
And on top of that, they grab an almost flawless rotation right there, preventing all of Old Guys off of this spawn point here, pushing through that purple street. Just completely blocking them from pushing up the map, but now it's going to be Schweeks with the shotgun. The guy's nine kills, 2 assists, and 4 deaths right now. The guy's absolutely popping off on the map. He's trying to help his teammates out where he can, and that's going to allow Old Guys to push right on through. Master Cap trying to defend things the best he can by himself, but he's getting chased down by what feels like probably half the Old Guys team to him. And now the point, I almost at point, but the time is going to start going in favor of Old Guys right here. And that was a really, really talented and really good retake we just saw out of them. But the nades coming through from Loud Whine, they're ready to go. But Schweeks, he's still got that bulldog, baby. You got to look out for the boy.
Man, I'm telling you what, Old Guys, I'm not sure what they're thinking right now. You come off of 2 games with a domineering presence, and you're able to potentially end this in a streak. And then you let Loud Whine set the pace for the 3rd match. Just doesn't bode well for what could potentially happen. And I think we're seeing their response. You know, that thought was in their mind there for a moment, that Loud Whine might be able to come back. Even in chat, we see Derp Shot saying Loud Whine reverse sweep incoming. Like that thought could have been had, and they're like, we're not going to let that happen. Let's kick it in gear, and they're going to come back, and they're going to respond to that initial point now, tying the lead 1-1 here in this King of the Hill match at Streets.
And this initial rotation coming in from Loud Whine, we see the Rockets didn't get tested in the middle of the map. That's going to allow Old Guys to get some big kills right there. And look at Schweeks, just rotating back and forth. He's going to grab those rockets, ends up killing the player that was shooting at him. He says, not today, baby. That's not going to happen. That's going to allow Old Guys to push right on into this setup that Loud Whine already has going. A couple players left alive over there, and Old Guys just moving right on in nice and quick. They don't care if you just spawned up. You're going to die regardless. That's on you for spawning into the game. And they're going to start getting some of the time on this objective. And they've got a nice setup going as well.
Gonna cuddle here right around this little middle podium in this plaza at the police department, trying to watch the entry line of sight where a potential enemy could be coming from. I mean, he's actually going to rotate out. He's going to try to get the peek on an enemy. Unfortunately, it seems as though Brass saw that coming. Brass was able to take him out, but then gets taken out as well. 2 more approaching its hosses as they are both right here in the old Town Alley. Shots on here between the planters and the staircase by the police department. We're going to see an exchange that doesn't really favor either team here, as neither team have been able to really collect any time for the past probably 30 seconds of engagements here around the police department in the B alleyway in Old Town Alley.
Yeah, hey, both these teams try to get it going right now to get on this objective and try to get it fully secured. Loud Whine doing a good job for the moment being of just trying to get something going. But Old Guys pushing it right back in. You see that Bulldog come in. Its house says not today. He's going to take him down. He's going to end up getting shot in the back. Now, Old Guys 3 players up. Only 2 up at the moment for Loud Whine. And I mean, Old Guys is using all the pressure on the map they could possibly get right now. That rocket launcher is going to get spawned up, and immediately Mosh is going to be the guy who goes and grabs it. He's going to be alive for the moment being. He's getting shot at from literally everywhere, it probably feels like. And now the boys over on Old Guys, they're up by a tick right now. They've got 2. Loud Whine only having 1. They've got the rockets getting ready to rotate back over towards these new hills. He's going to end up getting a kill with that rocket before getting immediately traded out by the man he just blew up. I mean, I don't know how that even happens. I mean, he meleeed you and you blew him up. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. Now, Brass Machine going to be the guy with the rockets. He's going to try to make something happen. He's probably going to try to blow up 1 or 2 of these guys over on Old Guys. He's going to get a little bit of damage on over towards that objective before him and his teammates push it on in. And, I mean, both these teams are fighting out to the absolute death here, every single square inch of this map.
We're going to see Old Guys get the 2nd point, and they're also working toward their 3rd point. And man, I was conjecting earlier about the thought process of what Old Guys might have been thinking, but it kind of is validated by their continued momentum. After losing initially, they were like, oh gosh, okay, we don't want to see Loud Whine come back. And then they kicked it in gear. Now 2 points in a row, and really going toward the 3rd point as Old Guys is setting a pace, the likes of which cannot be contested currently. And we're going to see really close confirm that the 3rd point is now on the game, and Old Guys 1 point away from winning this match.
And now we're going to see that new point move on over towards that big, like, open part of the map, right in the middle of the map, right? Like, the rockets are right there. They're going to be spawned up in 10 seconds. Yeah, we already see Kenny West getting shot at, getting shot in the back right there. This is a nightmare, like, hill to hold. Like, it is almost impossible. The amount of fighting going back and forth between these 2 squads to be able to get that one is going to be insane. The rockets are up. Let's see who gets those. Ooh, nice little shots right there out of its house. And now both these teams fight it out. Loud Whine, it looks like they've got the early advantage here. And Kenny West side, he's got the rockets, baby. He's pulling that thing out. He's going to try to get one of these players down. He just gets a little bit of damage off, letting his teammates know what's going on the map. Old Guys trying to fight for their map positioning at the moment. They're going to pick up a couple of those kills right there. And Loud Whine trying to answer back with a couple of their own, but I mean, the guys over on Old Guys, they're getting this pushed out nice and quick. They end up picking up 3 kills on the map. A couple more guys respawning right now, and they're going to try to take them down as fast as possible. Ooh. And the time is definitely going in their favor at the moment.
Nice double kill there from Schweetz. And an engagement here in the Old Town Alley is going to leave, looks like Loud Whine in yet another disadvantageous position. As Old Guys is continuing toward their 4th point. They are inching ever closer toward confirming their victory for not just this match, but for the entire series. Is it's now on the line. Old Guys, can they get their 5th series win for this season? I think we're about to find out here in the next 30 seconds, CNK.
Yeah, I think so too. These guys are doing a really good job contesting this middle of the map. Yeah, you only have 1 guy left alive right now, but guess what? He doesn't care because he's picking up a triple kill. He's got 1 more to deal with. He was going for it, didn't quite get it. Its house with a perfect nade and BR shot at the exact same time. That guy is the man right there. And I mean, hey, Old Guys, you're just coming off a respawn. Loud Whine hasn't even been able to really touch that point this lifespan at all. And I mean, look at these guys from Old Guys still staying alive. Schweek's the guy who's got 25 kills and only 10 deaths right now. Somehow survives that grenade. He is the man himself right now. He's looking like Optic Formal or something out here. Actually, probably a little bit more like Lucid if we're being perfectly honest. But still, hey, they're all good. And Old Guys, it's feeling like they got this on wraps, right? They're doing a really good job holding down the map. They're at the point now where they're just hunting people down. I mean, we literally just saw them hunt down Brass Machine because why not? They're just having fun.
Double kill. Hot Soup is seriously hot stuff right now. 14 kills, 11 assists. We see a victory on the board as Old Guys is able to confirm their win for the first